What's up, guys? Welcome to another amazing production of Alex Isidro. And today we got a special episode because we're talking about the transitioning into the real world from the time you are finally done with college and you're finally done with engineering school. And when I went through this stage, there's a lot of things, obviously, there's a lot of things that I didn't know. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know how to adjust to the new way of life. I didn't know how to adjust to a life where I didn't have a basic structure anymore. It wasn't just about having a summer break and then getting back to the regular things, to the routine of classes and like grinding on the homework and studying hard and meeting with people and whatnot. So this time, college was over for good, not just for a couple of months during break. So with all of the let's say with all of the new challenges that come from being done with the school, obviously you are done with, perhaps if you're in college, that's most likely that is the last time you are going to be in a situation where your path is already laid out. If you think about this, ever since we enter elementary school all the way until we're done with college, we have a path that is laid out for us, right? Like we have if you're in engineering, you had a degree path. If you're in high school, you have to take this many classes. You do this, and then you get this. You do this, you do that, and then you get this. But now, after you're done with college, that's the first time it's basically a free-for-all when it comes to your routine. You can literally do whatever you want. You can take a sabbatical, you can travel. If you want to make anything happen, it's going to be up to you. Nobody's going to give you a perfect structure anymore or set of steps to follow. So in this video, I wanted to share some insights with you on what I think can be helpful to help you transition from being done with engineering school and the College of Engineering to the real world. And this is going to be based on my experience, of course, based on what I went through when I was younger, because like I said, there's a lot of things that I didn't know and I didn't know what to expect. And so if I can help you make the transition just a little smoother, then I think that's going to be a win. So let's say that you have a job, right? Like you have a job upon graduation. Be grateful for that. First of all, you work hard throughout the years and now you are making a decent living. You're not starving. With an engineering salary, you shouldn't be starving for sure. Engineers' median salary is definitely above the medium household income in the United States. It's a delta of approximately 30,000. But in the beginning stages, you may start, let's say, maybe 60, 70,000. So you're not going to be starving. That's my point. So now there's going to be a couple of things that I want you to consider and that I want you to take into account so that you are prepared and know what to expect when it comes to you moving forward in life. And the first thing that I want to mention here is when you finally get your job and or you start your new journey, make sure the first thing that I want to mention here is to take care of your health and take advantage of your insurance, your health insurance. I know that a lot of times when we are young, we say, I don't need insurance, I'm healthy and blah blah, and but don't be arrogant when it comes to your health, because you never know what could be happening. There's a lot of times and a lot of cases when we think that we're healthy, but we don't know what's growing inside of us. I mean, that's just the truth of life, Sickness is going to come in one way or another, and then we eventually all going to die. But that's not the point of this video. I'm not trying to be pessimistic or nihilistic here. The point here is that if you have the insurance and if you have the means to take care of your health, make sure that you do. Make sure that you do your annual regular checkups for your body. Make sure you take care of your teeth. Make sure you take care of your eyesight, because the best thing that you can do for yourself is taking care of your health. Because if you have no health, then it doesn't matter how many riches you have. It doesn't matter how many travel plans you have. It doesn't matter how many cars you have. It doesn't matter what you have going for you. If you have no health, then you're pretty much screwed, right? So you want to make sure that if you are healthy, you keep yourself healthy. And if you're not as healthy as you would like to be, then perhaps now with engineering school out of the way, it's a great time to get things started back up and get back on track so that you can have healthy many more decades ahead of you. So that's the first thing. Take care of your health. And then the second thing that, along with that, I want to mention, it's in order to also keep yourself healthy. Also, like get out, like work out, right? Like enroll in if especially if you have to travel for your school, for your job, maybe you have to move to another location, enroll in local leagues to play sports, or get moving, get something social going, so that you can make new friendships. You can start making maybe like new connections. You can start building new connections, because that's one of the things that happens when you move to a new city, when you move somewhere new for a new job. A lot of the times, like, you don't know anyone, and so you're just at home, you don't know what to do, you feel a little lost. So whether you find an online community or an in-person community where you go and make new connections, and these are just some ideas to get you out there, like get out, work out, join local leagues to play sports and stuff like that. That's one way that a lot of young professionals here, at least in the Washington DC area, that's one way that a lot of them meet and then start building friendships. And who knows, maybe you meet your future husband or wife, like who knows, right? Like, so who knows what can happen. So I highly encourage you to do that, so you can transition into a new city or a new place if you move. And even if you don't move, just do it anyway, so you can keep yourself healthy. Also, if you have been trying to try something new, maybe there were other interests that you had during engineering school. Maybe now you have a little bit more time to think about those, to also take action, to execute on some plans or some ideas that you had in the past. Now you also have time to do that. Like, get started, execute on your ideas, and you don't have an excuse anymore to say, oh man, I wish I would have done that, I wish I would have done this. Like, one of the things that I think about in the future, I don't want my future self to say, I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda done something. I just execute and do it and see how it goes, but hey, that's just me. I'm not saying that you have to do this. That's my personal opinion. Now, another thing that I want to share with you here is that don't shy away from a routine. I think that one of the things that, and of course I'm biased here, but one of the things that I see very often on social media, it's like, oh man, like every day you just do the same. I mean, yes, and I think personally, it's important to keep a routine. I'm not saying that it's always going to be the same thing every day. I think that it's definitely good that you need to spice it up. You need to put some salt and pepper in your life, travel, be spontaneous, like explore new things, new experiences, and break out of the routine here and there. But I think that having a routine, having a set time when you work, having a set time when you work out, having a predetermined, let's say, set of meals like that you usually eat on a regular basis, I think all these help you form a balance and a solid foundation of base, so that you're not always just scrambling through life, not knowing what to do next. Like think about when you are in summer break and you don't have a job. Like, all you do is just, at least back then, all I would do was just like play video games or just like hang out. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, you get bored, right? Like, that's when you get bored, like you get bored when you have nothing going on. Because if you have things going on for you, like something is happening, then you may get lazy, but that's different than being bored, So set a routine, establish a routine, and that's definitely gonna help you keep your brain in check, keep your life in check, and then again, spice it up here and there, and then go from there. All right, so the next thing that I want to mention here is to set new goals. I think that setting new goals also helps you strive towards something. Like I mentioned earlier, if you ever had an idea to open a new company, or maybe explore a new subject that you've been interested in, but because of engineering school or for school in general, you just weren't able to, you didn't have the time. So now it's a time to make time for that. And also, the next thing I want to mention here is that travel. Like once you start making a little bit more money, I'm not saying to splurge all your money, but I think traveling is more like a good investment, in my personal opinion, because number one, there's the world. I think that exploring the world helps you be a little bit more empathetic. It increases your self-awareness. It increases your social awareness. And also helps you know what other things the world has to offer. And not to mention, guys, when you travel the world, you also realize how good opportunities are here in the United States. And so you get another appreciation for the places where you're from. And that personally helped me when I went to Europe. I'm from Peru, and I went through Euro trip back in 2015. And I'm just gonna say that I'm grateful that I live here in the United States, and I definitely don't take this country for granted. But that's just me. So then the other thing I want to mention here is to keep building your skills. Like again, learn new things. Don't stagnate. Whether it is you want to keep building new skills and increase your knowledge with respect to your domain or field, if you want to keep reading about engineering and stuff, then go ahead and do it. Like, keep improving yourself, because that's actually what you're going to be able to leverage later on in your career once you start growing and earning more money and you start going up the ranks and going up the chain, So also, a couple other things that I want to mention here. Just stay with me here for a second. If you can, also giving back. I think it's extremely important, like being grateful, having gratitude, and remembering the people or those who were with you when you were going through school, when you were struggling, or maybe you had a tough time, or people that just lent you a hand when you were going through university, or maybe even before that. So if you can, give back, and then help those who are coming behind. Now, another thing is, like, finally here is that two more things here. Just stay with me, guys. So be grateful also for the breaks that have helped you, that have helped get you to where you are, the breaks that have helped you along the way. One of the things that I mentioned in the past in previous videos, it's that when I was going through engineering school, all my siblings and my parents, I'm very grateful that they were there for me to give me some food, to give me shelter, because I wasn't working, and so of course all the help that I was able to get from each and every single one of them helped me a great deal. So definitely very grateful for that. And the final thing that I want you to take away from this video is that remember that you don't have it all figured out. Like, you have a lot to learn. You're just starting. It's not like life is over. Life is not over when you graduate from university. You're just starting a new stage in your life. And what that means is that you're going to have a bit more responsibility. You are going to be held accountable more for the actions that you take. You already a full-grown adult per se. And so with that, obviously, comes more responsibility. So again, stay patient. You don't have it all figured out just yet. You have a lot to learn. And just adapt to your new stage in life. Adjust your mindset, and before you know it, you're gonna be glad that you're done with engineering school and the college, and that you're grateful to be where you are now, in a much better place per se. Because I definitely, when I left college, I was thinking, oh man, I'm gonna be so sad that I don't have my college friends, my college life. But then actually, once I adapted to my new stage, I was thinking, man, I'm just glad I'm not in college anymore. I'm just like very happy about that. But that's all I wanted to share in this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you ever transition from school, if you want to share your lessons or help young engineers or young people out there that are coming behind when it comes to transition to the real world, let me know. So if you have any questions, let me know again. So with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.